The second day in the trial of former police officer Derek Chauvin was emotional and tense. One eyewitness to the death of George Floyd told jurors in Minneapolis that Chauvin was cold and heartless. Chauvin is charged with second and third degree murder and manslaughter in the death of Floyd. Yamiche Alcindor has our report. And a note, this story does include some video of the incident that was shown during the trial.
For hours, witnesses described what they saw on May 25, 2020, detailing the last moments leading up to the death of George Floyd. Among those testifying today, Darnella Frazier, the young woman who filmed the now viral cell phone video of the incident. Frazier was not shown on the courtroom's cameras because she was a minor at the time of Floyd's death. Still, through audible tears, she recalled that day.
I heard George Floyd saying, "I can't breathe, please. Get off of me. I can't breathe." He cried for his mom. He was in pain. It seemed like he knew. It seemed like he knew it was over for him. He was terrified. He was suffering. This was a cry for help.
Frazier also described how filming Floyd's death changed her life.
When I look at George Floyd, I look at my dad. I look at my brothers, I look at my cousins, my uncles, because they are all black. I have a black father, I have a black brother, I have black friends. And I look at that and I look at how that could have been one of them. It's been nights. I stayed up apologizing and apologizing to George Floyd for not doing more and not physically interacting and not saving his life. But it's like, it's not what I should have done. It's what he should have done.
Frazier's 9-year-old cousin also took the stand.
I was sad and kind of mad.
And tell us, why were you sad and mad?
Because it felt like he was stopping his breathing, and it is kind of like hurting him.
Earlier in the day, lawyers finished questioning Donald Williams, another witness on the scene. He spoke about how his wrestling and martial arts training shaped his view of Floyd's killing.
You see his eyes slowly, rolling back.
At times, Williams' testimony grew tense as Chauvin's attorney, Eric Nelson, tried to prove that Chauvin and other officers were distracted by the group of onlookers.
He's not responsive right now, bro.
Williams is heard on Darnella Frazier's video shouting at Chauvin.
You called him a bum at least 13 times.
That's what you counted in the video?
That's what I counted.
And that's what you got, 13.
And that was early on, right? Those terms grew more and more angry. Would you agree with that?
They grew more and more pleading for life.
It's fair to say that you grew angrier and angrier.
No, I grew professional and professional, and I stayed in my body. You can't pay me out to be angry.
The day also included testimony from other witnesses who were at the scene, including 2 teenagers and a Minneapolis firefighter. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Yamiche Alcindor.